Everybody, welcome to my pancreatic journey and update. We're going into an important week 5. I've completed 4 weeks of chemotherapy. Grew a beard just for good luck, sporting a new Italian look. It's kind of weird. I've had an abundance of hair, and I'm losing some hair, but it still manages so much better now. I kind of like it thinned out. I don't want it to get too thin now, but hey, like I said, bald is beautiful, and maybe I can enjoy that too. But anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'm going to go through some things that are going to happen and going to be happening next week, and I'm really excited and looking forward to it. They moved my chemo date to Tuesday for a significant reason. So let me tell you exactly what's going on, and please share this with friends. I've got an idea that some people are really using this vlog as at least an upbeat, and I appreciate all of the positive thoughts that are coming to me from Facebook and Substack and everywhere else I post it. It's pretty amazing to see how many people really appreciate all of the things and trials and tribulations that people go through with cancer. And I've been very lucky. Chemo's side effects have been fairly minor, so yeah, thanks so much for everything. But anyway, let's see what happens here. I mean, week 5 arrives like a turning page in my own story. It's not a conclusion, not a verdict. It's just another step forward in the process that is still unfolding. I've already made it through 4 rounds of chemo. It's the toughest chemo that money can buy. And something important has started to reveal itself in the background of all of this. My body is responding. My blood counts have stayed steady. My CA-19-9 has been trending down. My energy on some days even feels like it's pushing back in my direction. Instead of slipping away, none of that is loud, but it is real. This part of chemotherapy isn't about drama. It's the pressure over time. It's the slow reshaping of something that once felt immovable. I used to think tumors either shrink or they don't go away, like flipping a switch, but I'm learning it's more complicated than that. Sometimes what happens shows up in layers, in blood work, in stability, in how the body holds up under strain, even when the scan hasn't told the full story yet. I'm heading into a CT scan this coming week and meeting with my surgeon, and I'm trying to see it clearly for what it is. Not a final judgment, but a map. The scan isn't there to declare everything over or unchanged. It's there to help answer a more practical, grounded question. What does the path forward actually look like? When the surgeons look at it, they won't be asking how big something is. They'll be asking whether it has stepped back from critical blood vessels, whether it's stayed contained, whether it's become something they can remove safely. They'll also be reading what my blood work has been saying all along, that the biology of this thing may be shifting in the right direction. And I'm also learning something else that nobody really tells you at the beginning. Tumors don't usually vanish like they were never there. Even when treatment works very well, what's left behind can look like scar tissue or fog or something softened rather than erased. That's why surgery can still come into the conversation. And even when imaging looks surprisingly quiet, because medicine is only looking at what can be seen, but what might remain at the microscopic level. So that's what they'll probably want to do, still do surgery even if they don't see it. So I'm not going into this expecting a moving moment where everything disappears. I'm looking at this for direction. Is it contained? Is it operable? This is response enough for the next step. And based on what I've seen so far, the following markers, the stability, the way I've been able to stay in treatment, I have reasons to believe the answer might be moving in a hopeful direction. This week doesn't feel like an ending. It feels like a narrowing of possibilities, like the story tightening into focus. And whatever comes next, I'm still here, still moving, still paying attention to what my body is quietly saying beneath all the noise. And I've been golfing on a regular basis. I picked up a new hobby, and I think you'll probably like this. I'm taking cardboard boxes and turning them into landscape boulders. And I'll certainly be posting videos of me making these crazy, kooky kind of like paper mache from cardboard boxes, but yet covered in concrete and weigh like 1/10 of the ton of the actual boulder and hold up just as nicely. So it's sculpting and it's a lot of fun. And I'm working on a standing stone that I saw in Orkney, and it'll probably be a version that looks like Spinal Tap's Stonehenge. But yeah, I'm working on a standing stone from Orkney, and I can't wait to plant it in my garden. My hopes are that it'll be beautiful and not fall apart. But anyway, thanks for all your support during this journey. I'm excited and I'm feeling really strong, and I can't wait to see my surgeon this coming week. And hopefully he greenlights the surgery, and that means 8 weeks off from chemo, which is a good thing, even though chemo has been fairly minor. My oncologist has given me some really good advice as far as how to handle the chemo. And certain things. Nausea the first 2 days are a little bit rough, but beyond that, I mean, it's, not so bad. And like I've said, being healthy going in makes a world of difference. And I can say without the CAT scan, and maybe I'm jinxing it, and I don't believe in jinxes, but yes, I do. Maybe I'm feeling like it's still contained in the pancreas, hasn't spread. I have my energy levels great. Everything seems to be functioning. My blood levels are responding quite nicely. Not afraid to go around people. My white blood cell count's up, So if anybody out there knows anybody who has cancer, the main thing is stay positive, keep going, keep your hobbies up, stay active, even if it's going for a walk. A lot of people like to call golf a good walk ruined. And I can agree with that. I mean, you go for a nice walk, but, there's so much frustration that it kind of ruins the walk. But the camaraderie is really nice with my pals that I golf with. They're all neighbors here, and they're such great guys. And, there's no Trumpers among them, so it makes for a great outing. And, well, there's one guy who leans right, but he keeps his mouth shut. And well, likely so, because everybody's carrying golf clubs, and there's 3 of us and 1 of his. So, we might beat him to a pulp if he starts with the mug of crap. But anyway, yeah, so that's my update. Hopefully you enjoyed this version. I think I might get it a little bit better. I've got my hair groomed in a stylish Italian style way. It's still here. My daughter actually asked me if I was growing my hair, which I thought, what the heck? We were FaceTiming, and she said, "Are you growing your hair?" And I'm like, well, no, I just get it trimmed, and I got a haircut coming up. The wonderful Rachel Skirchek, hairdresser from heaven, has been keeping my locks in great shape for about the last 6 years. An amazing, amazing hair cutter. And yeah, well, enough of my babbling. I'm excited about next week, as you can tell, and looking forward to getting all of this behind me. I want to mention one thing, and I'm going to prattle on here. One of the things that you can't really explain is how, I've been in a lot of different places. I've been fortunate enough to travel around the world. I've been to Tibet. I've seen the Taj Mahal, and I've done it on work-related ways. So you don't get that tourist thing. You get the real feel of these places. And I've been to Scotland numerous times and around Europe. And, when I was doing it, I look back on that now and think about how carefree it was, how it was open, wide open. And I know people who don't have cancer and people who are living everyday lives, if you can just stop for a moment and appreciate what burdens you don't have and what you can do in your day-to-day life to make it fuller and richer, that would be a wonderful thing. I can't tell you how, looking back, and how liberating that was. I mean, at the time, I was busy working and shooting and, producing a film. And, it's a lot of busy work, but you're still involved in a carefree manner where, you don't have this. Your partner in crime is not necessarily the Grim Reaper. And every professional oncologist and cancer surgeon at UPMC, they're not your partners. Your partners are your work crew, the people you want to work with, the city that you're in. Edinburgh, every wonderful place that you can go. I mean, it's just so wonderful just to visually see things without burden, without thought, without care, frictionless. I mean, that is such an amazing thing. Now, with my new hobbies, when I'm golfing, there's always this thought, and, you know, I look over and my caddy is my surgeon. My caddy is my oncologist. My caddy is, you know, driving the golf cart, is the Grim Reaper. So, you know, it's a different mindset, you know, and you're constantly, and I can't wait for these guys to get the fuck out of my life. Not that it's bad, too bad. I don't want to say it's a horrible thing, but it is a change. And I hope those of you who don't have any burdens in your life really, really understand how precious and how wonderful life can be, no matter where you go. I mean, you can go to Cleveland and have the same vibe. Just get out of your town and go around, see things, look at things, appreciate your life as a free person. Freedom from the, you know, concerns that everyday life brings about, that, you know, we're indoctrinated to. Just, you know, we're indoctrinated to worry about the price of gas, worry about groceries, worry about retirement, worry about this, worry about no. Real worries come to town when your health is on the table. So, yeah, stay positive. Seriously, stay positive and enjoy your life for what it is. Yeah, thanks for joining me, and thanks for this update. And until the end of next week, I'll have all the news as to what's going on with my little fellow in my pancreas, my little teeny tiny centimeter of a tumor in my pancreas. I'll have that update, but hope you found this rant and talk enjoyable. Thanks for watching.